Hey, what's going on, everybody? Was feeling a little bored tonight, so I decided I was going to boot up some MGS3 again. Do another playthrough of this awesome game. This is the HD version on PS3. We're calling this a live play, not a long play, because not sure if I'm going to go all the way to the end in one sitting. So that's why we're calling it a live play and not a long play. As if anyone gives a rat's ass. But anyway, without further ado, let's kick this off. Seems I've misplaced my phone. There it is.
What a thrill.
Don't want any echo going on.
And silence through the night.
Still probably going to be a little bit, but
What a thrill.
oh well.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else.
And we all know this little intro. We're going to see it anyway. When we actually get into the game. Awesome CQC maneuvers here. So, goes without saying, I've beaten this game plenty of times. Just really playing it again for fun. Should have pretty much everything unlocked in it that matters. Let's load our game here, see what we got as far as save files. Hasn't been really long since I played this. Snake Eater's been completed. What's the most recent one? This one here. So this should have almost all the camos, face paints, etc. What have you.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
So I'm going to be skipping all codecs. I'm going to be watching all cutscenes. The codecs, I mean, they drag on and on and on. Some I might listen to. Most of them I'm just going to skip through. The cutscenes, though, we'll watch because they're awesome. Part of the enjoyment of this game is the cutscenes.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Can't even enjoy a full stogie before a high-risk operation. Oh well then. Looks like it's party time.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
I love how his mask says Metal Gear Solid. I think that's something they did with the
-46
HD
degrees Celsius.
because
2 minutes to drop
the
off.
text on
Stand
his
up.
mask was obviously not that visible. Yes, sir.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
I just fucking love this
Activate
part.
the alarm bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news.
Alright,
Head
so I
of the
said we're going to
CIA
be
has
watching
finally given us
cutscenes,
the
right?
green light for the virtuous
That
mission.
means the cool cutscenes. This one is just a briefing. I don't feel like sitting through that. No offense to anyone who might have wanted to see it. I've seen it way too many times. Back to parachuting.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
The overdramatic landing. A Metal Gear staple. What's up, Blaine? Nice picture, man.
Do you copy?
Metal Gear Solid 2.
You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real...
Skipping the Kodak calls, guys. Just so you know. Cutscenes we're watching, Kodak calls we're not. I want to get right to the action. I mean, just look at how beautiful this HD port is, though. I mean, Blue Point Games did such a good job on this. They did a good job on all of them. Get some snacks for later. I remember when this first came out, before it was Subsistence, we were stuck with these fixed camera angles. Once we got the rotating camera in Subsistence, you couldn't go back. It was just like, the fix just didn't work. They worked, but not well. More long-winded conversation. I have a mission to complete here, people. I don't have time to be talking.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Stick with CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Got my trusty Hush Puppy. Let's see what else I got. Get rid of the shitty easy gun. Keep the knife handy. The D-mic's useless. Binos. I like the anti-personnel sensor. Try to keep my inventory clean. watch your step with them Crocs. I like to keep a balanced diet handy. Fruit, meat, vegetables.
Major.
They're armed with
two enemy
5.56ers and
They're
pineapples.
probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
Just kidding.
AK-47s and grenades.
How you doing, pal? Why don't you come over here in these bushes? We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Freeze!
And stay right there in the brush. I better not hear another peep out of you. You will regret it, I assure you. I believe there is a sniper rifle over here. That I'm not even going to use anyway, but just for completionist's sake, we'll nab it. These guys have good peripherals. Gotta be real careful.
Freeze!
It's not like the old guards. And by old guards, I mean the ones in MGS 1 and 2. Where as long as you're behind them, you're good. These guys can see you from the corners of their eyes and everything. So getting up close is always tense. My heart's racing a mile a minute right now. Which is why sometimes you just gotta go with the hush puppy.
Something there.
Hey, these guys got vision too.
What's wrong?
Well, there's an idea. Nice. Very nice. Should still have more than enough of a window to get to the next spot. That'll keep the AP sensor handy. If we hear it beep, we know we got problems.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
A good amount, that's for sure.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must...
And blah, blah, blah. I know. Let's not continue to reiterate things I already know, Major Zero. Slow and steady, like a snake. Slithering through the grass. Only issue that could arise now is if my camo index percentage goes down, which does tend to happen even on terrain that looks similar. It's kind of annoying, but it happens. Or that happens when Snake likes to just stand up. Seems like an issue that never went away with any Metal Gear, even in the most recent one. I notice that happens sometimes. What's up, Daniel? Long time no see. Yep. Great game. Definitely a worthy pick for your favorite. This guy here. We're just gonna hush puppy him. Alright, let's change our camo up since we're going on the roof. Splitter. Squares. Matter of fact, let's see how Squares does up there, percentage-wise. See, I hate this. Why can't I choose to, like, why can't I go up the ladder on my own pace, you know? It's especially a problem later when I deal with the Ocelot unit. A successful infiltration. This part's awesome. I love it. This whole entire scene.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the Army and the provincial authorities...
I'm going to skip this little segment here. Get back to the actual cutscenes, if you will.
To make their move during the test.
Then,
partly because, I don't know, they're not as enjoyable to watch as these.
Exactly.
But mainly because I want to speed up the playthrough a little bit.
Just to keep me inside.
Which is why I'm also skipping codec sequences.
Were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me.
If I don't skip something, I mean, I'll be here all goddamn night.
Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major.
I love how the suppressor isn't on it anymore. Like, why? If you're trying to be quiet, why would you not have your suppressor equipped? Sokolov's ready to pull off a Kamehameha for some reason. Dude's been watching too much Japanese anime.
Freeze!
Yeah, the GRU soldiers. The Ocelot unit.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
Boss.
Huh? We meet at last.
You know, you'd figure Ocelot comes out in cowboy boots, with spurs on, spinning his gun like a
You're from
cowboy.
the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Why wouldn't he already have the revolver?
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
He's clearly already inspired by spaghetti westerns, yet he's still using a Makarov.
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
What? And then your face gets blown off. That's what. Ocelot has all this time to do all that. It's like he has like bullet time or something. He can just freeze everything around him. That was brutal. He just executed him point blank.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sure looked like you enjoyed it.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die. Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
The absolute skill. He didn't kill a soul when he took them all out like a pro. Nothing cooler than that.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think one of these guys might have a battery. Probably wrong about that. Let's see. Nah. For some reason, Ocelot had a mouse trap on him. Guess that was supposed to be some kind of a joke. A funny, if you will. An unfunny funny. What's up, Mike G and Hi Fang?
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
well,
best
if I
crew
killed
has
him,
to
it would create a
offer.
time paradox, so
They're coming for me.
didn't really have a chance.
I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look,
Nice, you were playing some MGS1 yesterday. Twin Snakes is a good one.
That's what they were making you build.
Daniel.
Yes, the Shagohod.
I have that as well. Haven't played. That's the one I haven't played in a long time though, because it's like I gotta play it on old hardware.
And without support from friendly units.
And like, I have a lot of trouble going back to. Excuse me.
Is that thing finished?
Older games like that that are on old consoles because they never look as good on HD TV.
It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
I would like to play the Twin Snakes again, though. I just wish they would like. Well, that's probably the one. That's probably one we'll never see remastered, unfortunately. I feel like there'd be a lot of licensing issues. You have Silicon Knights. I don't think they even exist anymore. Nintendo. That'd be a licensing nightmare. Maybe the only way you'd see it is if they decided to port it to Switch, which would be cool if they did that. I just don't see it happening. But then again, I didn't see Solid Snake being put back into Smash Brothers either, so maybe. Yeah, it's true, Hi Fang. You can probably, you know, it could be upscaled. I don't mind, like, the Metal Gear games.
Boss.
Jeez. I have all of them on PlayStation. The only one that, you know, and I don't mind playing them through the PS3 because I can I can use the smoothing and the full screen options they have.
Sokolov comes with me.
And that works for me. That doesn't bother me. Plus I'm playing it through, you know, an HD compatible system. The problem I have is with, like, for example, the Twin Snakes. The only way I can play that is through, like, composite wire. The best I'd be able to pull off is probably, like, component wire. And I don't have to do, but it won't be like this. Those are the only two you played, Camouflage Boy? Phantom Pain's awesome. Survive, I have it as well. It's not a bad little game. I think it's a fun co-op game, Survive. Of course, it isn't really, if you compare it to the other Metal Gear games, it goes without saying that it's not as good as, not nearly on level with a real Metal Gear game, but I think that game gets more flack than it deserves because if you just separate it, it's a pretty good co-op game. It's fun. They just need to support it more and add more stuff to it.
It's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
New Zealand, huh? Nice. I'm playing from Philadelphia. in the States.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
What a joyful scene.
Colonel Volgin.
Welcome.
Has anybody watched the old Rambo cartoon from the 80s? Well, Neil Ross, who does Volgin, he did the voice for Rambo in that cartoon. Just a little tidbit that no one probably cares about, because no one but me's seen that fucking show.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Ah, what
Who
a
is
joyful
he?
scene.
Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Carrying emotions into battle, huh? What's my job? I'm actually a secret government agent. When I'm not playing video games, I'm being sent on Black Ops, top secret espionage operations.
Can't let him live.
But you didn't hear that from me.
If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
You think it was? Camouflage boy?
Wait. He's my apprentice.
Let me think what
I'll
happened
take
in the
care
end
him.
of Survive. Oh. I found it, I didn't find it hard,
Jack,
to be honest with you.
You can't come with us.
But I'm pretty seasoned with the Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, I remember when Metal Gear Solid 5 itself came out, I played that non-stop. Like, I'm talking for weeks on end. All I was doing was playing that game. And, basically, when I got to Survive, I was already pretty familiar with all the controls and whatnot and how to play the game. So, you know, I didn't find Survive to be that difficult. The only problem I had with Survive was in the beginning, because of not having enough food and water. You really had to scrounge to survive.
Has been rejected.
To say the least. So that's the only problem I really had with that game.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Alright, I'll definitely play Silent Hill 3.
Drift away.
I'll try to play it in the next couple weeks, because I do have it on
My
HD.
place is with them now.
I was playing 2 a couple weeks ago. And believe it or not, I never played 3. I own it on the HD collection, but I never played it. Only thing that I know about it is that Heather Mason looks hot. Beyond that, I know nothing about Silent Hill 3. Yeah, I saw they just recently updated the game so you could play as Quiet. The only thing I want them to do with MGS5, and I would think it'd be a long shot, I would love for them to somehow make that game co-op.
Can you...
Metal Gear Solid 5. just like 2-player co-op, it would become like literally a million times better than it already is. Alright, let's see. We got ourselves a deep cut, so we're going to need a suture kit, bandage, styptic, and a disinfect. Fractured bone, splint, bandage. I know, I mean, Silent Hill 2 was scary as fuck to me. Silent Hill 1 too. Well, all the Silent Hill games are like the most. They are literally. I have a pretty like I have a pretty high tolerance for horror, meaning not a lot of things really scare me because I've seen so much horror. But Silent Hill is terrifying. Like, yeah, out of all the games I've ever played, none has terrified me as much as Silent Hill. It's just relentless with how like desolate, isolated, like, and scary that game feels. I know, wouldn't it, Camouflage? I don't know if you guys ever played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, but that game is so good just because it's co-op. Imagine if you had Metal Gear Solid 5 with the same features.
Can you set it up?
That game I wouldn't stop playing the game. I mean, I probably would still, I still play it from time to time, but you know, when you add co-op to a game, the replay value goes through the roof. Thing about I found Silent Hill 2 to be the best one that I've played. I've played 1, and this is the truth. I never beat 1 because I kind of got like annoyed with it because I didn't know where to go. I was running around Silent Hill. Those fucking flying annoying things kept attacking me. I was like, you know what, dude, I'm done with this shit. Fucking Silent Hill 2. I found that one to be a lot easier because the enemies weren't as annoying. And I played Silent Hill 4. I got pretty far in that. I rented it like a long time ago, but I can't really remember if I beat it or not. I don't think I did. Silent Hill 2, however, I did beat. I've seen it, but I haven't played it. Fatal Frame 2. I never played any of the Fatal Frames. I've been interested though.
To the boss and her cobras.
Mildly.
I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Because they look scary in themselves. They had a sale.
What are we going to do with the girl?
They gave her on sale on the PSN a few months ago. I meant to pick them up, but I forgot.
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Yeah, that one looks scary because it's like paranormal and you just don't see. It's not like Resident Evil where they give you bullets and guns. You just have a camera, you know? So that's fucking scary.
I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear.
Yeah. I'd try it.
death.
If I ever pick it up,
UKGB.
I'll stream it on here.
Use her.
One game one game that I should have played and never played, and now it seems like it'd be tougher to get my hands on and set it up.
Shall we take her back to the
what
base?
was it called? It was
Perhaps
a game
we
that
should.
came out on
We have no
I
further use for Sokolov's research.
think it was
facility.
GameCube.
I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Eternal Darkness, I think. Sanity's
Colonel,
Requiem.
Even if they are
I heard
our
that
enemies,
one was
they're
fucking
still our
awesome.
countrymen.
Never
Won't
played
be
it
me
though.
that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
Well, that's how feeling paranoid. That's how I felt with all the Silent Hills.
The Alamo.
I'll be playing them, and it's like just running around in darkness through like a good like 50% of the game. Fucking, and a lot of the time the monsters will resurface. The fucking everything in that game is just terrifying. So I always was like fucking walking around on edge. Other game, this is actually a Silent Hill game. Silent Hills PT. I mean, when I played that, I was fucking terrified.
Remember the Alamo.
All right, let's see here. This is my real old save file. I don't want to get rid of that because I did like everything on that. I'm pretty sure. We'll get rid of this. Yeah, Resident Evil is scary, but the thing about it is that you know, like I was saying, you get ample ammunition and weapons to combat the terror that you're dealing with. Silent Hill, though, takes it to a psychological level, deep to a psychological level, and it's really smart how they did it, but there's so much, like, just the way that it was designed and the aesthetic of it all is extremely terrifying. I mean, you're in like a dreamscape or a nightmarescape, really, and like everything's just fucking disfigured, distorted. I mean, the fucking radio static, the lack of ammo. The frailty of the characters you play as. It's just a little bit less on the action side and more on the horror side. What's up, Gabo Vasquez? Welcome. Nice RE2, huh? What are you gonna get? Resident Evil 2 Remake? Hi. Yeah, the movies weren't too bad. I remember the first one and enjoying that to an extent. I never seen the second one, but I can imagine it being shittier than the first one. But that's usually how it goes. I was surprised the first one was confident. The thing I liked about it was that it stuck very true to the source material. It changed a little bit, but it still stayed more true to the source material than, like, say, the Resident Evil movies. Those movies were fucking terrible. I hated those Resident Evil movies. At least the Silent Hill kind of kept it somewhat like what the game was. Oh, you're not getting it? Why not? The new RE2 remake looks fantastic.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems.
The appetizer mission is over. Now it's time to get to the real main course.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
On par with Alan Shepard.
So how does it feel to be a patient? Yesterday, the White House...
Yesterday, I don't care.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications
How you doing,
satellites,
Yumi Kukuchi?
so you and I can talk.
Speaking of Coochie.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in
Yumi or
September
Yummy?
1960. Remember it?
You mean the two NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Oh, I know Cool Dude 981.
Since then, they've apparently
I'm
been training with the KGB.
a huge fan of the
exactly
Resident
this kind
Evil
of
series
situation.
and have been
Their
since the
code names are Adam
90s,
and Eva.
since the first one came
I've
out.
been told that Adam has infiltrated.
So I'm quite familiar with ammo and
arranged for him to provide
health
you with an escape.
conservation in that game.
You'll need to rendezvous
Believe
with
me,
him when you
I'm an old fan of that series. I hate fucking 5 and I hate 6 completely. I'm not that, and I don't really like 4 as much as everyone else does. I love 1, I love 2, and I love 3. Those are my favorite Resident Evil games. Because those are the ones that are actually Resident Evil.
Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Yeah, I mean, from start to finish, those Resident
Estimated
Evil
airspeed
movies were
exceeding
just
Mach
fucking
3.
trash.
Bearing south.
I'm glad they did the final chapter. That way those movies can fade into past obscurity, because I never want to see them again. Well, I never seen them. I seen the first one and I seen the second one, and that was it. I don't even know why I gave them my money when it was I thought the first one was good. It wasn't. Oh, I hear you. Hi. There's more important things in this world than video games, for sure. Well, I'll be streaming it on this channel, so you can check it out. I'm only getting a few games this year, and the games I'm getting are more to keep me occupied. I'm getting Shenmue at the end of this month. In a week, I think. Be streaming that. That's just my little, like, appetizer game, but there's fucking the main games I'm hyped for. Red Dead Redemption 2 I got reserved, and Resident Evil Remake 2 Remake. Everything else I can kind of do without.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Alright, here we are. Operation Snake Eater, everybody. Let's get rid of the Gerber gun. Say goodbye to that. This beautiful 1911 is going to get dismantled by the MILF. That beautiful MILF is going to dismantle my handgun. Well, I'm not that financially wealthy, High. So you might not want to take advice from me on that subject. I'm actually quite poor. You'd probably be better off at figuring that out than I would be for you. See, for me, I mean, I know money's important, but it's not my main focus. There's other things in life that I care about more. So I'm not like one of them guys that's always chasing a dollar, you know? That's cool. Well, Spider-Man's definitely coming out. That's, you got, what, a couple weeks for that. And then, Kingdom Hearts, yeah, I mean, geez, Kingdom Hearts 3's been in development. I remember my buddy from work talking about it with me good 6 years ago. Yeah, it's coming out next year. That was 6 years ago, so apparently it's not. Oh, I hear what you're saying. I mean, you gotta have money, High. No doubt about that. Unfortunately. I mean, well, I guess fortunately, it depends on how you look at it. You know, money's definitely something that we really need to worry about. Yeah, I bet 10 years. I'm not a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, but I do know somewhat of the whole, like, I know it's been a while since Kingdom Hearts 2. Let me put it that way.
Boss. That arm still hurt?
And they made a bunch of other spin-off Kingdom Hearts games, but I mean, to me, those didn't look good because they were just, it seemed like all they were doing was using the Kingdom Hearts name, but they weren't including Disney characters, which I found kind of weird. At least 3, they're going back to what made Kingdom Hearts cool.
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Well, that's because you just broke my gun.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Wow, cool, dude. I didn't know you were watching me that long. I just haven't gotten back to playing it, man. That's all there really is to it. I will get back to it eventually, but it just didn't really suck me in, you know? It doesn't seem like a bad game. It just didn't really... I haven't really felt the need to go back to it. I will, though. One of these days.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
I think what it is I was playing a lot of GTA 5 prior to it. I was playing a lot of Rockstar open world games, so it just felt like another like open world Rockstar game, and I was kind of like,
what's it going to be?
I don't know, a little bit like
or loyalty to me.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Your old mentor. The mission,
I guess I was a little Rockstar out,
to your unit,
I guess.
Or your personal
but that doesn't really apply because I was playing Red Dead again, but I really love Red Dead, so.
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose.
I don't know, just like I said, it really just didn't suck me in to play it.
I don't expect you to forgive me.
It's not that I disliked the game or anything, it was just...
But you can't
wanted to play other stuff, I guess.
You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you,
yeah, I'll try to do Silent Hill 3. I can't tell you when I want to do it because there's a couple other games I got lined up. I want to do some.
If we meet again,
tomorrow, I'm going to play Resident Evil 3. I'm going to do the Mercenaries game with Nikolai. And if you're familiar with that, all you really get is you start off with 15 bullets and a knife. So it's kind of a rough mini game playthrough. I'm gonna do a long play of that. Do some more Red Dead Redemption because I'm going through the whole game again.
This is Snake.
Once I'm done with those, maybe I'll do Silent Hill 3. I know I'm probably gonna be doing Shenmue and Shenmue 2 soon because those two are coming out. I haven't played Shenmue in years. Never played Shenmue 2. I gotta actually camo up here. So I'm actually really looking forward to those two games. So I can't really tell you when that's gonna happen, bro. Hopefully, you know, in the next month maybe. They give you like a realistic estimate. Alright, hi, I'll see you later. Oh, I hear you. Cool, dude. I've been meaning to get back to it.
HQ.
Sometimes I do that. Like, I do this for fun, really. I'm not, like, making money off this or anything, you know, obviously.
Commence alert formation.
I'm just, having fun playing games, really. Sometimes I don't feel like going back to a game. Yeah, this is a great... It's funny, when this first came out, I mean, I remember not liking it as much as 1 and 2. I still loved it, but I didn't like it as much as them. But now, like, I have, like, a newfound appreciation for it. It's like, it's the one I enjoy playing the most for some reason now. I think because I played the other two so much, I'm like... It's hard to keep playing them. Like, I played Metal Gear Solid 2 way too much. Like, I burned it out. I played it so damn much. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like 2. I like 2. You know, for a few reasons. It was just the one I liked the most. I don't know why, for a long time. Not because of Raiden, because I'm definitely more of a Solid Snake fan. But I don't really like. I don't mind Raiden. I don't think he's that bad. But it's just like, obviously I would have preferred to play as Snake. But I kind of liked seeing Snake as like a supporting character, because I felt like they fleshed him out a little more. I think that's really what I liked about 2. What's your one favorite thing? I'd never feel compelled to get by these guys like while they're still looking for me. I always have to wait out the caution.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Control here. No problems detected.
Understood. Return to your position.
I got any other good... I don't want to use the easy gun. That's cheating, as far as I'm concerned. When this guy walks by, he's mine. Yeah, that was cool. I liked a lot of the MGS1 characters a lot, so seeing them return was beautiful. Come here.
Speak.
At night.
Yeah, poisonous animals. Bedtime, buddy. You're gonna have to be on the lookout for poisonous animals, my friend, because you're gonna be sleeping in the grass for a bit. Speaking of poisonous animals, I think there's a snake in here. Yep, and it's a fucking king cobra. Yeah, I liked 4 a lot. It was just, there was too many. The cutscenes really were, like, way too long in that game. It was just ridiculous how long the cutscenes were. That was my only gripe with 4. Especially going back, like, playing it again recently. Bust out the AP sensor. Alright, well I managed to avoid an issue back there because if that guy got up, it would automatically put me in caution again. That was stupid. Put him in the brush. Bro, I know, man. I'm a huge MGS fan, man. I know them all. I've platinumed every Metal Gear game on the PlayStation. Metal Gear's been my favorite game series since I was like young. I know they all have had long cutscenes, man, but I'm telling you, MGS4 is much longer than the other ones. Like, we're talking, some cutscenes go for like an hour, and to me, it's too much. Because a lot of the cutscenes, too, were kind of boring. Unfortunately. It's not like the cutscenes here where everyone's kind of cool. Like, for example, the one cutscene where Naomi's talking about Snake's, like, condition and whatnot when he's in, like, the fucking, like, the office or whatever in South America. That cutscene was boring as fuck. Like, nothing was happening. It was just Naomi talking bullshit the whole time, and it was annoying. And I just don't like Naomi, personally, so that was part of why I didn't like that. But then some cutscenes were cool, you know? I mean, not all of them are bad. But there was a lot of things I didn't really like too much about 4, and that was like... I didn't really like the Beauty and the Beast unit much. I felt like they were a little bit... kind of a cheap out. Because think about how cool the enemies were in this game, and especially Metal Gear Solid 1. 4 just had, like, shitty rehashes of the bad guys from Part 1. Okay, I think it's quiet here. But then you got like MGS5 where there wasn't enough cutscenes, you know what I mean? There's a perfect balance that needs to be at play. Like 5 just didn't have nearly enough cinematics. It's like they go from one extreme to the other, really. Excuse me. Let me get a smoke grenade out too, actually.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine.
Whoever disliked my stream, you're a fag. Just so you know.
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
Complete and utter homo. That is what you
say
are.
the password. Who are the Patriots?
The 3 people that liked,
Who
you're
are
cool
the
as fuck.
Patriots?
Awesome people you are. You should be
Answer me.
proud of yourselves, because you're so awesome. The guy who disliked, however, well, needless to say, my friend, but you should probably consider committing suicide.
Get down!
What do you mean, cool dude? I didn't understand what you said there. Oh, B&B. Okay, I see what you mean. You like B&B because they call back. I see what you're saying. I mean, I respect your opinion. I, however, don't respect the one person who disliked my stream, because that person is a fruitcake.
The name's Eva.
I just feel like, you know, I like when they come out with a new Metal Gear game, I want them to come out with something, you know, new and unique each time. As far as, like, I want to see brand new enemies each time, because I know they're capable of coming up with good enemies. I mean, MGS2 didn't really have the best enemies. Solidus was cool,
What's your code name?
but
Snake.
the rest of Dead Cell was kind of hit or miss.
Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
MGS1 had every enemy was cool. 3, a lot of the enemies were cool.
Adam?
4, it was just like
Colonel Volgan
they
is a
could have
very
did something
suspicious man.
more
He decided Adam wasn't the right person
exciting
for
than
this
what they
mission.
did there.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military.
The one person that disliked my stream, you suck at fucking Metal Gear games,
Packs
dude.
quite a punch.
Clearly.
Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Either you suck at Metal Gear games or you just have all around shitty taste.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh?
45, huh?
Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended.
That one guy who disliked my stream. What a fag.
With non-slip grooves.
Kill yourself,
A
homo.
ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been
You hear
filed
me,
down for a
fruitcake?
higher grip. And not only
You probably
that,
don't, because you
nearly
went and
every
watched.
part of
You're
this
probably
gun
on a
has been
gay
expertly
porn site
crafted
right
and
Uh,
customized.
he shut my stream off. Disliked my stream.
Where'd you get something like
Left YouTube to go look
I
at gay
grabbed it from
porn.
a Western munitions armory.
That's what that
Probably
guy
used to
did.
belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from.
And he knows it's true.
You had this with you, didn't you?
The anonymous queer bag who fucking disliked my stream. Whoever that
Better take this
fruitcake
too.
is. Guarantee you wouldn't say it to my face, though.
A disguise to make you
Nah.
look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Nor would he tell his family that he's into
You're here
dudes.
to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then.
Yes. He's being forced to continue. his
Always get that
operation.
one person
Where?
that dislikes my
The
stream.
lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons.
That one
Security
fruitcake,
is
it
tight.
just has to
If you disguise
dislike.
yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak
Like, why are you that gay? Like, that's what I don't get.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Like, I swear to God, I think it's the same person too.
The safest
It
way
has
is
to
from the
be.
rear.
Someone just who's like a straight up hater, like someone that secretly
First, you'll
hates
need to
me
head
and just
north
doesn't
through the
want to
jungle. You'll
make
come to a
themselves
heliport
known.
used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove.
Well, yeah, cool, dude. That's definitely what they tried. That's definitely what they did. I mean, it's tough because every Metal Gear game has been an afterthought. You know, it's like they make one Metal Gear game, and then Kojima has to continue the plot from there. But he doesn't really know precisely how to do it because he's trying to keep everything canon and avoid continuity.
I'll be able to hold a
But
knife at the same time and still
again,
keep
he
the
has
gun
to make
steady.
sure he doesn't step on the toes
That
of
way,
anything
I
else
can
he's written
instantly switch prior.
between
a gun battle and a knife fight.
So it's not, you know, it's not easy to write a finale of that magnitude. So they had to really utilize all the cutscenes they could to
Wait a
make that
minute.
happen. So I definitely
now?
see why it
You must be
why it
tired.
was.
Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something.
Like I said, I don't hate MGS4 either. I just, you know, my one gripe was that
I'll keep you updated over
the
radio.
cutscenes, like in some spots, they go on for like literally like.
My
I think
orders are
there's
to
even a
provide you with
45-minute long
information,
cutscene, if
nothing
not more, in there. Just one cutscene.
You look disappointed.
But like you can skip them all, so it's not a make or break
Do
thing.
something special for you.
It's just tough to watch all cutscenes in the game because it's like you're gonna be there for like at least 8 hours playing MGS4.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
Yeah, right. She's like 80 years old and still has magnificent tits. Hello. Looks like we got company.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's get out of here. Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand. can use this to get to the basement. Damn it! Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
Alright, this part's a little tricky. I still haven't... I always like to do this thing where they open the door and I throw a grenade. It has to be timed extra perfect to work.
Move!
I'm probably gonna get spotted, but oh well. What the fuck ever. We'll try it. Hope it works. Kind of forget what I do usually. I'll hide under this bed. Toss that shit at their feet.
Move!
Oh, look at that. Poetry, baby. Straight poetry. Got them all. And they didn't see me. That's the trick of the trade right there. Go to sleep. Guy on the rooftop's the worst though. Alright, luckily he was right there. This guy can be a tad on the tricky side as well. Getting this grenade right is the hard part. See? I fucked that all up. Oh my god. Surprise. Ocelot unit has been tended to.
I've been waiting for this moment. That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy?
This perv's like rubbing her breast.
This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
This move is like so crazy. She like really uppercuts him like looking nuts.
Six shots. That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left.
That Marsman 23. Do I like beans? It's a compelling question.
This is a high-class weapon.
Yeah, I
It's
do
not
like
meant for
beans.
shooting people.
Depends on the bean.
This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
It's the question of the fucking year right there. Alright, so we got I try to go non-lethal. So we'll get rid of the M1911. Not gonna be needing that. We're keeping things low key. Gotta watch out for gators around here. Matter of fact, I said I wasn't going to be using the 1911. I lied. That's precisely what I'm going to be using. To execute them dare gators. One well-placed shot to the head. We also need our therms. Them there gators. But yeah, this is an awesome game there, that Mars, man. What's not awesome is getting eaten by them there gators. But other than that, I mean, it's fucking awesome. Alright, sorry people, I have to keep going back into my inventory here. I keep forgetting to equip additional items that I need. Such as, where's my bug juice at? Aw, what the fuck? I gotta go back. Cause I forgot the fucking bug juice. I wonder if this place has anybody in it now. Here's the bug juice. Get rid of them there leeches. PS3 HD version of this game. It's originally a PS2 game, but they redid it for HD, and quite damn well, if you ask me. No. Gator. Just no. Gotta be careful though. These fuckers can like insta-kill you in the water. Apply the bug juice to get rid of the leech issue. How many times have I played this game? I've lost count. A good amount. Had to be over 10. Probably over 20, really. I mean, let's think about it. I got it when it first came out in, I guess, 2004, was it? I forget exactly when it came out, but been playing it ever since. You guys like my hat? Look at this guy right here, waiting to jump in. Wait until I jump in so he could fucking kill my ass. I'm not going easy on these gators. Not one bit. Sexually hat. Yeah, I know. Look at that, it was a trap there, guys. See that? I could have been fucking dead. Right then and there. Alright, let's camo up here. For some reason snake is the best shit here, or moss. Yeah, moss looks good. We gotta crawl it because we got mines in the area. Mines everywhere. And unfortunately, I didn't bring a mine detector. Wait. Yep, claymores everywhere down here. Pop one, animals. See that dog there, people? We're gonna try to not make him aware of our presence. And the reason why we didn't take him out or knock him out is because every time I do, the guy around the fucking hill hears it. So I try to avoid that altogether.
Something there.
What? That's nonsense. Oh, actually, no. My camo fucking gave out on me. No wonder they saw me so fucking easy. See, that's what I hate about the camo index, kind of. It's not always 100% reliable. You gotta like move in super slow-mo. And make sure you're always good. Stay on the yellow soil. Jesus. Sorry, people, getting a little sloppy here. There's traps set up around this area. Poopy the Scoop. Never heard that ditty. See if we can get a better camo and work here. For some reason Leaf looks better. DPM. With the that makes sense. DPM with the desert face camo. Okay. On the same look, see, I'm on the same shit, but it doesn't. See if he notices this.
Huh? What's that sound?
Freeze!
Nice.
Please don't.
I'll think about it. What do you got? That'll do. That's the peace offering I was looking for. The emoji screen. I don't use emojis. Emojis or whatever the fuck they're called. See, I think this is why I originally didn't like Metal Gear 3 as much. Having to constantly go into the fucking camo index kind of got annoying. I don't mind doing it like in each area, but it's like having to do it for every little fucking move you make is like, it gets annoying. Gets to the point where you can't even fucking really focus on it anymore. It's like, I'll just fucking go with what I got. See right here, this is not good. Thought that shit froze. Oh shit, what the hell is this? I didn't even realize I had these other ones here. That's awesome, dude. I forgot about these special ones. These were the downloadable ones, that's right. Back in the day. That looks badass. Mommy. That looks cool. Flower. Germany. Dodo. Jamel. Guess Chameleon. Used Tiger. For some reason though, the banana isn't there. That was like my favorite one. Because it was fucking hilarious. Welcome back, dude. Didn't even know you left though, but glad you're here. I could have got fancy with that guy, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not in the mood. Just want to use my MK22 Hush Puppy and get it done. Little tidbit of info in case people don't know. You can take the helicopter out here, and then when you get to the mountains, you won't get helicopter patrols going up the mountain. You'll get them later still, but the mountain patrol will turn into guys on those hovering craft. Which is worse? You be the judge. Yeah, CQC, close quarters combat. Basically, they put that there so you know that you can do CQC moves with that particular weapon. I'm going commando for this next battle. Cold War, I'll show you when I'm done this boss. Well, I'll just show you in the pause menu when this cutscene's over. It's basically like the Soviet flag on the front and the American flag on the back. And the cool thing about it is, if you're wearing it and you're facing an enemy, they won't shoot you because you're wearing the Soviet flag on the front. But if you turn around, they'll shoot you from in the back still because it's the American flag. That's basically the point of that particular video.
To disappoint the Cobras, but you're mine now. All of you, leave us. It's just you and me. No one to get in our way. Ocelots are proud creatures. They prefer to hunt alone. Shots. This time I've got 12 shots.
Right. Ocelot's an expert gunslinger. And spinner.
Won't get away from me! Not bad.
felt a tension like this before.
Not bad, eh? I felt that.
Got me.
Snake down there trying to poison me.
So different from simply pushing the cliff. I'm fine! Artillery. Damn!
Okay.
Shot. How'd that one taste? You fool! How'd that one taste?
These fucking guys behind me now. I'm gonna get wise. Suck on that. Suck on that.
Not bad, eh?
Got a little close there.
Damn it. He found us.
Yeah, that tends to happen in Metal Gear. You can't really... You can't always move fluidly. When you're shooting, you gotta stand still. Well, if you want to aim anyway.
You were lucky. We'll meet again.
Jesus. Those bees were all over me.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second.
Right about now.
I forgot. I'll show you after this Kodak
Maybe
call.
That's why my pants have been so tight.
I like the paramedic calls
Snake,
because she
it's a
talks
movie,
about cool
not
movies.
a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is
I'm
immune
sure
to
you've
all
heard of
weapons,
Godzilla,
and humanity has
that
no way to
Mars
stop the
man.
monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Alright, here's the Cold War outfit. So like I said,
if you're facing the enemy, because they're Soviets, they won't shoot you. But if you're, you know, your back's to them, they'll hit you. That's the point of this particular camo pattern. But that being said, I'm actually going to call it a night on this stream. I'll continue this tomorrow, most likely. But I appreciate everyone that tuned in and watched. If you can, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Everyone have a good night.